Goeienaand, good evening, Molweni, Lochani, Sanbanani, Namaste, Namaskar, Shalom, Salam Alaikum. Groete in die naam van Jesus Christus. Is ingeskakel op the United Independent Movement bladsy. You are tuned into the United Independent Movement page. My name is Fatima Abdul and I will be chatting with you for the next few minutes. I remember the days when I was on radio. Many moons ago, I was a radio presenter for Radio Pulpit, about 8 years, for 8 years. And later on, let me see who's here, hello France. I became a television presenter for programs called, kan jy die programme se naam onthou? Dit was op Kyknet, en daar ek was saam met Liesel Krause-Wit. En ek het 'n program gedoen 316 and it was just fantastic how everything was just put together. That was when South Africa was still the South Africa that we know. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Very welcome, very welcome. That was me just ad-libbing while you are all getting on. We decided to change the time slot. Ons het besluit om die tydsgeleef te verander. Want ons probeer om soveel as moontlik mense te akkommodeer. Wanneer ons in die oggende live gaan, dan is baie mense by die werk. As ons in die middag ook live gaan, dan is daar baie mense op by die werk. En so het ons besluit, okay, kom ons kyk wat gebeur wanneer ons in die aande, na etenstyd, na die lief, al die mense wat die lief kyk, en al die ander goedjies, teen 8 uur behoort alles mos nou rustig te wees en almal is weg van die televisie af en so aan. Goeienaand almal, ek kan ongelukkig nie julle name sien. Hallo Jackie, hallo Gladys, hallo Diane, hallo laat ek gou kyk hierso. Hi Fatima, Riet, hallo Riet. Hi Patricia. Ja, gepraat van Patricia, kyk vanaand, ek noem vanaand se sessie, ek wil eintlik meer van julle af hoor. I want to hear more from you. I want you to send me messages. I wish it could have been a dialogue where we could speak to one another. I find that TikTok is a much more accommodative platform for us to do that, because people can interact and you can interact with more than one person at a time, but it's okay. Ons gebruik nou Facebook vir die Facebookers. En yes, I saw that Patricia, the whistleblower, has had to flee her country that she's passionate about, her country that she stood up for when she started blowing the whistle. Now she has to flee out of her country because her life is at stake. That's one of the problems for me in South Africa, and that is the fact that whistleblowers are not protected. They're not even compensated. They're not even thanked. They become the villains. They become the ones that have to flee for their lives. Maar ja, ek was vandag by 'n heldin. Sy is vir my 'n absolute engel op aarde. Haar naam is Tannie Dorothy. Sy is net so 'n klein stukkie mens. Hoor jy, ek gaan later, as ek nou met toestemming, of miskien dalk net op my eie bladsy, vir julle 'n videoklip speel van 'n tannie. Wat verduidelik hoekom sy so lank lewe. Eintlik baie interessant. Sy is te koslik. Ek wil eintlik vir haar 'n drukkie gee, maar kom, ek het nou vir Tannie Dorothy in Newlands vandag 'n drukkie gegee. Want sy is deel van die oplossing. You see, the difference between a problem and a solution is the problem actually actions us as human beings or citizens of South Africa to find the solution. Every community member, every human being, God has made us in such a phenomenal way that each and every one of us sits with solutions, and sometimes problems present themselves so that you can present the solution. You understand what I'm saying? So I always say to people, and whenever I speak on public platforms like this, I encourage people to say, stop looking for someone to bring the solution. The thought that you have, die oplossing wat hier in jou kop maal, wat jou in die aande wakker hou, is dalk net die oplossing wat 'n gemeenskap soek. Wat is die grootste uitdagings nou, die grootste probleem op die oomblik nou is water. Ek meen, dit moenie eens 'n probleem wees nie. Water is 'n reg vir jou as Suid-Afrikaner. Water, daar moet water wees. Elektrisiteit, 'n werk, 'n dak oor jou kop. Dit is die basiese dinge. Dit kom jou toe. Dit is jou reg om dit te hê. Maar as dit is met situasies waar dit is nie daar nie, it is just not there. In some communities like Randfontein, they've been struggling for weeks, almost months, without water, because it is just what it is. There's communities here around in Johannesburg South, for days without water. Now there is solutions amongst the people themselves, besides just pressing on city water or Joburg water or Rand water. Daar's daar water in jou erf. En ek dink die grootste uitdaging is vir ons mense om fisies af te klim van die grid af. Okay. I don't know what happened now. Anyway, to get off the grid. Af te klim, sodat jy nie meer afhanklik kan wees van hierdie staat van water, elektrisiteit, kos, die basiese goed nie. Ek sien ja, ek het gevries, maar ek is nou weer by. Iets gebeur met my data. I'm not on Wi-Fi anymore. I am using my data, so it might be that the data just has to reload or something like that. But anyway, I am back. So that's part of the solutions. Then there's people that come with phenomenal ideas on the food solution. Because ons kry die inligting, we're getting the information and the news and the warnings that we need to go green. Not the global green of this, what you call this? What they say, global warming en alles daai. Daai is sulke goed wat so opgemaak is om net ander nonsens aan te vang. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the solution of a possible food shortage without getting you into a panic or into a frenzy. Just get to a point where you start planting your own food. The basics, the vegetables that you need. And railhandel. So this is what Tannie Dorothy does. Tannie Dorothy is a plain and simple, so klein tannietjie. Ek is kort, mense. Ek is 1.5 meter. Sy is nog korter as ek. She lives on a corner. She's a pensioner. But she has opened her heart and her house. Myself and Wasila was there by her this afternoon. I just felt like I have to go there. And I also wanted to show Wasila. So this lady prepares food every single day. Maak sy pottekos. Vandag het sy bedien rys en mince curry or something like that in a wortelslaaitjie. So the people in the vicinity, in the area, in the Newlands area would go, hulle ken al, hulle weet al wat hulle moet doen, hulle kom met 'n plastiek bakkie, gee dit, Fritz helpa, en skep vir die mense kos, die mense sê baie dankie, en dan is hulle weg. Dan kom haar kleinkindertjies ook, van die skool af, die kinders het geluk, they are already in a feeding scheme at school, so they don't need school food after school. But she's got fruit for them. Then I observed that there was a truck that came that offloaded bread. So what has happened? She has been doing this for the past 14 years. Ek dink sy's nou al in haar sy kan 80 wees. Oeh, ek mag dalk verkeerd wees, dan Dorothy, ek is so jammer as jy my kyk. But anyways, she's around that age. So she's been doing this for a while. So, because she's been doing this for a while, other people came on board and they offered to assist. There's someone that comes that drops off bread every day. There's people that fund her, they give her money. There's people that drop off meat, vegetables, whatever. Because she has taken the initiative in her little space. Kyk, daai tannie red alles, né? Sy red mense, sy tel mense op wat stikkend is, wat verwaarloos is, wat nêrens het om te gaan nie. Sy het honde ook, daar seker 11 honde in die erf, honde wat weggejaag is, mishandel is en so aan. So I'm telling you this because gone are the days where you wait for someone to come for a solution or to come with a solution. It is now the time for you to be the solution to a problem. It is now the time for us as good citizens, not these people, and please do not, I actually get very irritated when someone tries to make a statement, a racial statement. Also, by the way, ek was geblok op TikTok, omdat ek gepraat het teen Nehao se gemors wat hulle aangevang het. And someone just felt that I'm being racist when I said that. No. Can I just explain who I really am? I am of mixed descent. My mixture is very visible. Look, people are only colored and black and white and Indian because of what they look. Sometimes they are not even, you will look at someone like me and decide that must be a colored person, and you find that no, it's actually not a colored person, it's a Zimbabwean or a Malawian. Can be very deceiving. My mixture is that of Xhosa, Indian, and Khoi. So, in other words, I have black family. And it's not distant family. No, it's my cousins. My mother's sister's children, they are black. They are African. They are Msutus, or Bechuanas, or Xhosas. They are Muxhosas. When I go to funerals or when there's family gatherings, those are the family members that I am sitting with. It's my family. So there's no way in hell that I can actually be racist. And when I made the statement about the people of Nahau that must stay away from communities, I meant Nahau. I did not mean black people. So now some black people will come online and say, yeah, you are racist. You don't know who you are. You are not white. Hello, I am not white. Do I want to be white? No, I am so satisfied with who I am. You will not believe how happy I am that I am who I am. Thank God I am who I am. So I want those people, because I know some of them are watching, to understand that those people who have a problem with colored people specifically, dis nie weg van die punt af nie. This is a problem in South Africa. The problem is the racial undertones. When you address something, then someone turns it around and says, yeah, you're racist. Meanwhile, you are addressing a problem in the community. You are addressing a problem in South Africa. The problem is last week, a union called NEHAO, the Health Workers Union, or Allied Work, whatever union, They were being disruptive and they were being destructive. In actual fact, they turned into becoming murderers because of their actions. Now, for me, I am addressing those people. I'm not addressing black people. I'm addressing people, members of Nehao, who were being guilty of being disruptive, destructive in everything. So now people will come on board and say, yeah, you don't know who you are. You think you are white. That's no, 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 no. Please do not be misled. My black family does not identify with what was happening there. They do not condone. In fact, they are disgusted by what was happening. They are black. So please don't undermine and don't, what is the word? Don't degrade the African nation by thinking that all Africans do what those people did last week. Don't degrade Africans by associating all Africans with the ANC. Don't degrade Africans by associating all Africans with the EFF. Because a great percentage of black South Africans do not associate themselves with those bunch of hooligans. So to want to make the actions of a political party or a group of people, to want to associate them with a specific race, it is a problem. It is a huge problem. Because a criminal is not a race. A criminal is a criminal, whether that criminal is black, white, Indian, colored. In fact, I am starting to hate these words, black, colored, Indian, white. It's a problem. Albert sê ons is allemaal brein, daar is nie different tones of brein. Daar is sommige van ons wat donker brein is, en sommige van ons wat verskriklik lig brein is, maar ons is allemaal mense. There's one race, and that's the human race. And amongst the human race, there's different ethnic groups, and your ethnic group does not have anything to do with the color of your skin. Ek en Trevor Noah word altyd gesien as colored. Maar Trevor Noah is nie my mense nie. Ons kom nie van dieselfde plek af nie. Ons agtergrond is nie dieselfde nie. Ons geskiedenis is nie dieselfde nie. Okay? Hy het nie colored groot geword nie. Hy het in Soweto groot geword. Hy het swart groot geword, as ek dit dan nou so moet sê. En dan kry jy mense in Easters, Eldorado Park, al die colored townships hier in Gauteng. Ons kan identify met mekaar, want ons het op 'n sekere manier groot geword. Maar ons kan nie eens identify met die breinmense in die Kaap nie, want ons het verskillend groot geword. So people, we need to teach ourselves, we need to learn the difference between the different groups of people. And the only way to do that is to start engaging with people. My vriend Anthony Spiro Wilson het altyd gesê, jy is wit want ek is bruin. Of jy is swart want ek is bruin. Jy is Indiër want ek is bruin. You understand what I'm saying? People decided those classifications. Amongst our black nation, our black people, you can't see the difference as jy nou Xhosa, jy Zulu, of jy... Even amongst them, there's a divide. Xhosas don't want to learn Zulu. Zulus don't want to learn Xhosa, and dan leer hulle maar Afrikaans te praat, the language that they fought against. So, those are the small nitty-gritties, die goed wat krap, die goed wat irriteer, die goed wat maak dat ons mekaar met wantroue hanteer. Those are the small things. Those are the things that causes, the system is so rigged that people are turning on themselves. This afternoon I spoke about the fact that the colored nation, and not all over, it is so sad for me that children who at some stage must have played together because they live in one area, must have gone to school together, are now shooting at each other. But the system is made in such a way that they are forced. That's why I hate anything that forces anybody to do anything. Anything. Ek hou nie daarvan om geforseer te word om iets te doen nie. Moet my nie forceer om 'n sekere plek te koop nie, moet my nie forceer om 'n sekere plek te bly nie, moet my nie forceer om enige iets te doen nie. Los my, ek is 'n vry mens, ek kan besluit wat, wanneer, waar en wie. So the system has made it in such a way that the colored people in specific areas, selfs in Easters, jy's daar vasgemaak, jy bly tussen Mamelodi, Eastland, Silverton, jy kan nêrens gaan nie. There are no escape routes in places like that. Okay? And then there's certain territories. So nou gee hulle nie vir breinmense werk nie. Luister vir my mooi. They're not getting jobs. They apply, they actually qualify to go to either nursing, policing, whatever, but their CVs are being thrown away. They don't get opportunities. And then there's people that says, yeah, I'll stop feeling sorry for yourself because the opportunity is there for everyone. No, it's not there for everyone. As jy van Jacobs, Adams of Jacobus, as jy kry nie werk, jy van moet Masimula, Maslango of Matamela wees. So those children don't get those opportunities. And they stay at home. And then a drug lord comes. Drug dealer comes and he says, here's an opportunity for you. You don't have to do much. I just want you to stand at that corner and you sell the stuff. I just want you to drop it off. So our children are being reeled into that world of gangsterism. And then all they know is survival. Because he's not the brood van Renees. And now somebody does something and this one does that. And it's a whole misunderstanding. And then they start shooting one another. And you know what? It's good for the system. It's a solution for the system. It's a problem for us as a community because we said we're losing our children. But it's a solution for this government because now they don't have to pick up the guns and shoot. Because we're shooting ourselves. So, terug na die Dorothy toe. Die Dorothy het haar huis oopgemaak en besluit sy sal mense voed. En ander mense het aan boord gekom om haar te help, om ander mense te help. And that is why I'm encouraging you to get to also that point where you start helping your neighbor. Oh, God, ek het skoon vergeet. Oh! Daar sê, skies. Nee? So, the UIM is also in a position where we don't have millions. We don't even have thousands of rands in the kitty. But I speak over the bank account. Money will come in as long as we move. We are a movement. We have to start moving in a direction where we assist people. And there are people on board. There are people that are part of the UIM that are doing phenomenal things, like Garth. Hi, Garth. I got so entangled with myself. I clearly forgot how to make you join me. How are you doing?
I'm with you.
Fantastic. You're breaking up a little bit. Okay, so Garth is heading up our food garden project. And Garth, I want you to just explain to the people what it is that you do, what you want them to do, how they can start participating in, the vision that we have as the UIM.
Okay. Yeah. So as the UIM, we believe that we need to empower people and we need to uplift people. And as you might have heard, I hope, for the people, by the people. And basically, one of the things that we're doing is assisting people to grow their own vegetables. And, if you can supplement your food with your own vegetables, that's the ideal thing to do. So we can assess your circumstances and then come and help you or design your garden to be the most efficient and the most practical setup that's possible, and give you all the assistance that we can. So assistance comes in the form of basically, how can I put it, to repurpose everyday materials. So it can be a 2-liter bottle, a 5-liter bottle that we link with PVC piping, for instance, old metal fencing that we use as a trellis, as an example. anything really that we can repurpose, and that's where we actually ask for anybody who can to just to donate us things like that, because we can use those things, and you know, there are ways of even making it look good. You know, we can paint them different colors and give them different patterns, you know, so that it looks all bright and cheerful. That also doesn't stop people from actually donating the, you know, like, let's just say a Gardena set that they're replacing, all the connections and the hose pipes, if they're still functioning, and any other garden tools, for instance. So, you know, literally anything to do with a garden. If somebody wants to donate, then they just need to contact me, and I will then somehow arrange somebody to go and fetch that, irrespective of where you are. You know, we've got a network of people who can go and fetch the donations, and we'll distribute them or keep them so that when we do set up a garden in an area, it
Just one question. Let's start with why. Why is it important that people start planting their own veggies? And the second part of my question is, how can someone, if someone says, listen, I want to be part of your network, because it's very important that we start multiplying ourselves. We need more Garths, and we need more Fatimas, and we need more Auntie Dorothys in the community. So if people want to become part of the network, what do they do? And why did you start this initiative? Because you and I have been talking about it for very long. Why is it important that we do it?
Yeah. So the why is because the same 100 Rand that you were buying vegetables for 12 months ago bought you, let's just say, 10 carrots and 20 potatoes, for argument's sake, and we'll just use that as an example.
Yeah.
And as the months have gone past, you're getting less for the same money. So that 100 Rand that you're now spending, you're getting 10 potatoes and 5 carrots. And in the meantime, your household has grown because your grandparents have, or your parents have moved in, because they are also battling. Their sasa's not buying as much as what it could have, and maybe an aunt or an uncle has moved in, and on top of that, your wife or husband has now been told that they can only pay them for 4 days instead of 5 days. Okay, so that's not putting a strain, and the income that is coming into the household is now reduced. So you're also sitting with a situation that fuel's gone up, and now Eskom's rates have gone up, and now the rates are going to go up again shortly. So everything is going up, and you are having to pay more out, but you're getting less in terms of food. And so, you know, it's just a shrinking money that's available to actually go and buy things and feed your family, you know. So it's not going to stop. It's just going to get worse. And that's really one of the big whys. And the other whys sort of follow, you know, or cascade down because of that. So, you know, what do? You have to go and think about ways and means of supplementing, you know, the things that make up a meal. And one of those things is by growing your own vegetables. So when you start to grow your own vegetables, you can literally go and not just grow them, but you can save seed from the vegetables. and that seed then goes on to plant your next lot of vegetables, and that just goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
From a health
So
point of view, you're eating
yeah,
fresh,
organic,
yeah,
organic
organic,
vegetables.
yeah,
So if somebody would like to become involved in, in your network to just spread this and
yeah,
multiply the gardening, and there's no excuse. Doesn't matter how small your little flat or apartment or space is. You
yeah,
can have vegetables planted in little pots and so on.
yeah.
How do people go about connecting with you to say, Garth, I want to be part of your network. I want to go out there and help people to plant their own veggies.
It's as simple as phoning me. I'm the number to contact me on is 067 883 8911, and I will basically guide you through a whole bunch of things. But the important thing is, if you're close enough to me, I will physically come out and have a look, because that's the easiest way of actually assessing what's possible and what's not possible. It's basically coming up and finding a solution. And if you're out of my range, then I will contact someone to come out and have a look. It's vital that we actually have a look, because sometimes what you think is impossible, we can find a solution. And people often think, no, it's too small, or there's not enough grass. You'll be surprised at what you can do. I'm going to quickly go and move the camera to show you. I hope it's going to work. But just to show you, the one thing that I'm busy playing with at the moment is a little box, and you can grow things in this little box. Now, I hope this works. Can you see anything?
Yeah, I see.
Okay.
Just bend the camera. Yeah, okay. I see the curtain now.
Okay.
And there you go.
There you go. So that
Okay.
just gives you an example. Now, that specifically, I've been playing around with for the last almost 3 weeks. The one box is older, and that is what you call a hydroponic system, and it's called the Kratsky method. There's just water and little pebbles in those baskets, and I'm growing, on the one side, I'm growing lettuce and vegetables that you eat in a salad, with two little tomato plants that are coming up. And on the other side, I'm growing herbs, yeah. And that's it. So, if you open the windows, sun comes in, and there you go. So you could have a few of those as an example. Like you could have a vertical garden as well, and you can save a huge amount of space. So if you've got a little balcony, and you want to grow a whole bunch of edible things, you can do so. You get like your old shoe.
Oh, the shoe racks, yeah?
Yeah, the thing that hangs in the cupboard, it's flat, and you can sort of put your shoes in. You get those for plants, and you can literally use that and have soil in there, and then plant a whole bunch of things. So there are so many solutions, and they don't have to be expensive, and they don't have to be
You know,
you
yeah.
don't have to pay a fortune. There are solutions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much, Garth. I don't think I wanted us to just have about 30 minutes online with the people, because there's most people that go to bed at 8:30.
I know.
Others go to bed at
What's
9.
wrong with them?
Okay, so thank you very much. I'm going to put your number and your details on this live for the people to contact you afterwards to become agents. I need more agents. I need more people to go out there, form part of the UIM solution, because this is one solution. It costs very little,
Yeah.
but it will help a lot of people at the same time. So thank you very much for the initiative.
Yeah.
And I know
One last thing,
yeah.
if I can, just one last thing. Growing something and watching it grow and seeing it develop into a plant and then give back. You know, you're actually eating something that you've grown. It's it's like having free sessions with a psychiatrist, because it
Yeah.
actually it calms you down, and it takes you away from the stresses of the day, and it gives you a sense of accomplishment, and that's also something, you know, it's good for the soul, and there's an opportunity for the UIM to also just be able to help people, you know, and stick to our principles, and be everything that we promise to be.
I think in UIM land, on the 20th and 21st of March, we must make it Garden Day. We leave these guys that wants to plunder and destroy. We go work
Yeah,
in our garden and plant food for
yeah.
us. Thank you so much, God. God bless you. Thank
You
you.
too, friend. Okay,
Okay.
bye-bye. I don't know.
Okay. So that was it for tonight. Ek het bietjie baie vir julle gegee om oor te dink en oor te maal en so aan. But the bottom line is, I need for us to go into solution mode. When you focus too much on the problem grows. But if you focus on solutions, the solutions increase and you get more solutions to different problems. Okay. And one of the biggest solutions, and I always end off with that, and that is that we have to go down on our knees. Right now, the enemy thinks they are winning because they are doing whatever they want to do. But we are the victors because we are the ones that are on our knees. Stay in faith, stay in God. God bless you, and stay safe.